How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I ended up having a crazy busy day today, crazier than I expected.
Really?
But good things, all good things. But um,
Yeah.
did you all? I don't know how the practice works for you guys, so I don't know if you had practice earlier today or if you have 2 a days or what that looks like. But
Yeah. We had practice, or like we had a film meeting, then practice, and then another film meeting because we leave tomorrow until Sunday afternoon, I think. So
oh
busy
yeah, because you
week.
all have the like little mid-season tournament, right?
Yeah, we go to Kansas. Well, we're going to Houston tomorrow because we play Houston on Wednesday, and then we're going to Kansas City for what is that called? I don't know what that
I
is called, but
yeah,
hmm
I don't know what it's called because I hadn't even seen advertising for it until last week. So I'm excited to watch that. Unfortunately, I'm coaching in Texas as well this weekend, so I will have to be like watching and coaching at the same time.
hmm
But I am excited to watch that. Um, but I mean, you'd have to live under a rock to not know who you are. But do you want to tell everyone that's watching, kind of like a little bit about your story and like who you are and about your great season last year?
Yeah, I'm Julia Hanson. I played at Minnesota for 4 years, and I guess I really only played my junior and senior year, which was super fun. I loved Minnesota, and now I play professionally for Love, Nebraska, which is amazing.
Great. And if you did not watch Minnesota, as anyone that knows me knows, I love Minnesota volleyball. You had two really great seasons and your energy was contagious, and the fact that you were still able to like be such a great leader given everything that kind of like happened to the Minnesota team last year, and like you all had such a good run, like with basically like an all freshman team and then you and what, one other non freshman or two other non freshmen on the team on the court. So I think that's mad props to the coaching staff for you all to have still done so well given all the injuries. Do you kind of want to talk about what that was like going? Because I mean, we kind of touched on it when I talked to McKenna.
hmm
But like what it was like coming in and like, I mean, you were a great outside coming in, obviously, but then to have to like kind of reshape your mindset of like, okay, I'm the team player right now, and then to kind of be like, okay, now I get to play, and like then you become a leader, and like kind of what that's like to kind of fill those shoes differently each year.
Yeah, so my freshman year, I had Hugh McCutcheon as a coach, so I mean, we had some of the best players in the country on our team, and going in as a freshman, I didn't have any expectations. Preseason I played a little bit because McKenna had broken her foot, I believe. So she was out for a little bit, and so I got to play. I was on the right side. That was very hard, but like so fun. And then she came back, didn't play much the rest of the season. Hugh announced he was retiring, so then I didn't know what was in store, and I was like, well, I'm gonna stay at Minnesota. Like, I didn't get much playing time. There's no point in me leaving because who's gonna pick me up? Like, I didn't play. And then sophomore year, I was like, okay, we have the same players, basically, same outsides. So I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. Started the season as a right back DS. Very hard. Right back is so hard.
It's so different too.
Yes, it's so different. And then I be I ended the season as our serving sub for our middle, which was awesome. Like, you know, not what I wanted. I wanted to play. I really did. I was like, okay, I just want to play. Like, it's so fun. I love volleyball. And then I was very close to transferring after my junior year. And I told Keegan this, like he knows the whole story, but basically like I was out shopping or something and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna tell my parents, I'm gonna tell them I want to transfer and I want to go somewhere where I gonna play. And then I was like, I don't even know where this happened, but I was like, no, never mind. Like I'm gonna stay. And like there was just a weight lifted off my shoulders. Like I felt so relieved and calm that it was like, it's all gonna work out, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna stay at Minnesota. So I did, stayed, and then Taylor ended up transferring out to go to Nebraska. And so Keegan was like, okay, this is your time. Like, I can only help you so much, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to play. Like, take what you
Hmm.
want from it. So then my junior year, I got to play and it was awesome. I mean, coming in, no one really knew much about me or
Hmm.
tendencies. So it was just awesome. And then my senior year, last season as a Gopher, it was gonna be a good one for us. I knew it. Like we having like Zaynep, Kalissa, Alex, all these people returning, I was like, wow, we're gonna be so good. And then, things happen, but I couldn't be more proud of the freshmen on our team. Like they killed it. And it was so fun to see them like go up as the season was going on. I know it can be a really long season and really hard for some freshmen because they're not used to this long of a season, but they just kept getting better and better all season. Yeah, we made it to the Sweet 16, which is where we wanted to be. It's not, we want to go farther, but we made it back to where we were my freshman year.
which is awesome, just given everything. And um, McKenna kind of touched on it, but she said like you're so competitive. And I honestly don't know if people would be able to tell that from like you're just so positive on the court. But McKenna was saying like you don't want to lose in practice either. Like you want everybody to just compete. So do you want to kind of talk about how practices were and maybe the differences from Hugh's practices to Keegan's practices and like what the culture differences are, like what changed a little between the two, and then just like how you kind of stepped into like more of a leadership role and like because it's like hard to still play your level given all the injuries and the inexperienced freshmen playing and to still be like I'm still going to put up my 5 kills a set, like I'm going to put up my 4 or 5 kills a set every time, I'm going to give my all every time. And it really didn't look like your mental ever wavered, like you were like I'm here to do my role, this is the role I'm here to do, and I'm going to put the ball away as many times as I can.
Yeah, I think after maybe it was Kalissa went down or even Alex, Keegan called me and was like, you could be taking this as like, this is my senior season, like, this should not be happening, and I could have just like shut down. But instead, it gave me a new opportunity to see where my game could grow even more because
Mm-hmm.
as those players went down, I got exposed more because Alex was getting like 40 attempts a game on serve receive. So
Mm-hmm.
they were targeting her and then they had to come at me and then it was like, okay, well, you're going to have to figure this out. You're going to have to pass a ball.
Mm-hmm.
So it gave me opportunity to grow and like I never once thought like, oh, poor me, like this is my senior season. It was more like I feel bad for them. Like what can I do for this team
Mm-hmm.
to be the best we can for them more so. And then yeah, my competitiveness in practice. My first 2 seasons I was on the B side in practice all the time and I'll say we crushed it. Like we had
Mm-hmm.
a great B side. Like it was so fun. I didn't want to lose. I wanted to beat the A side every single day to prove that okay, we're just as good. Like we deserve to play too.
Right.
And yeah, me and McKenna, I guess sometimes we'd butt heads because we're both so competitive and neither of us want to lose. And I was always on the B side, she was always on the A side. But yeah, I'm very competitive, but at the same time, I've learned that like positivity is gonna win you games more than, like staying positive. If stuff's not going the way you want it to go, it's not like yelling at each other is not gonna help it. Just
Right.
staying positive and encouraging my teammates and letting them know I have their back is the way that I like to run. Just, I think it helps.
No, I definitely agree. So many athletes, man or woman, like if you're on the B side, like it is so mentally hard to be like, all right, I'm stuck here. And it's like that's how you know you have like a true winner's mentality. Is like, all right, but I'm here and I want that spot. So like I'm gonna give my all every day. And then at the very least, you just got better. You know what I mean? Like, even if you don't play, like at the end of the day, you're working your ass off to like get better. And then it obviously paid off because then your junior and senior season you got to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, like you're hitting against the A side blockers in practice all the time. So, yeah, it did. It made me a lot better and it was awesome. I wouldn't trade my experience at Minnesota for anything. Like it was awesome. Yes, there were some really rough patches. I had a different new not head coach, but there was a new coach each year I was there.
Hmm.
So, it was a lot. There was a lot to manage and then but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Representing my home state was amazing.
Oh, I love that. Do you wanna talk about maybe one thing that you really liked that you got better at Minnesota, and then, like, maybe the challenges from going from college, I mean, in the Big Ten especially, one of the more competitive conferences, to then going to play pro and, like, what the learning curve was for that, and, like, maybe something that you're really glad that you've gotten to work on as a pro athlete, and maybe also, like, are you like, obviously, it's exciting to play in, US soil, so, like, maybe talking about how that's been for you as well?
Yeah, this experience, like being here in Nebraska and playing for Love Nebraska has been amazing. Like, this is the nicest group of girls I think in the like for sure in the league. Like we have the nicest team ever. Our team chemistry is amazing. One thing, I mean, it's just a whole different level of play. It's
Mhm.
faster, everyone's more physical, like you get exposed on your weaknesses all the time because you're going to get picked on, but learn like being able to just learn at this level and also being in the same gym as Jordan Larson and like Carol, just like everyone, even Lexi Rodriguez, like learning from her. It's been so
Mhm.
awesome. Best experience ever. Um, One thing that it's weird. So like in college, I was not the best blocker. I had a hard time blocking. I don't know if I was too early. I don't know what it was, but then I got to this level and like blocking has been a little bit easier and I think I've gotten better at it because the game is so fast and I'm early on the block, so then it works out,
Right.
which is like weird to me. I think one thing that's helped me the most is my high line shot that I loved in college and practice all the time.
Mhm.
Here in practice every day, it's like my go-to shot and I think that's one thing that has set me up for success here to not just get roofed every single day or, you know.
Yeah, and I like both of your all setters. But I really am, and anybody knows this, nothing against Dykema. I love me some Gabby Blossom. Like, I love her so, and she seems like she's so fun. I don't know, like, if you can attest to that or not, but she looks like she just has a blast playing volleyball.
Yeah, no, she's awesome. It's been so fun to like play with her and Lowy because they're both amazing setters. But yeah, no, Gabby is awesome.
Yeah. Now, would you I don't want you to, like, say something that obviously could get you in trouble, so do you like playing here, or would you also explore international options? Or, like, for now, it's just kinda like you're enjoying what's going on and getting better, and would you be open to it in the future? Or, like, is that something that's on your mind right now or no?
It's not on my mind right now because, yeah, I'm trying to be present in this moment because this is
Mhm.
a, kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity to come straight
Agreed.
from college to pro.
Mhm.
Honestly, I'm such a homebody. I don't know how I would do overseas. I do think it would be such a great experience for me. I think it would help grow my game even more. So, I don't know. I love that there's leagues in the United States now where we can play. I think that's the most amazing thing ever, but yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and I will say, I think I talk with some of the people at Love and some of the MLV people. I really like that they're just adding so many teams every year because, like we saw this year, like with Carroll and with Gong at Madison, it's like we're getting like the big names to come to the US and play like volleyball. And so it's, I mean, Carroll's one of the best, and Gong is one of the best, and Kojima is one of the best to ever do their position. So it's like we're like the US is getting the names. And so I think as we add more teams, the leagues are only going to get better. Like they're not going to get worse. That's I think nobody has that fear that like, oh, the USA leagues are just going to like dissolve. Like, no, it's here to stay. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm just super excited. And like the games are getting longer. We're seeing more 5 set matches in both leagues. But I really think that the fan bases are coming along. I mean, I think it's up like 18 or 20% this year or something like that. So I think that there's nothing wrong with anybody saying. Like, I think you're just gonna keep getting more experience and better. And now I will say, are you liking the way Love does it where like you pretty much, I mean, you obviously it's your first year, but do you like the idea that like you might not move around to a different team? Like you pretty much are going to be with your same team, like, I don't know, indefinitely, I guess. Like we don't see much movement amongst teams in Love.
Yeah, I don't know, I think since this is only the second year of the league, I think everyone kind of stayed put, but I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot of moving around and changing
Mhm.
for this next the 27 season just because there's three more teams that they added.
Right.
But I love the way Love does it. Like they care about us as human beings like
Mhm.
so much. We have so many resources, so many things, and I also love the fact that we're connected with a club. So like little girls can come see us practice sometimes and
I love
we have to go and do some live appearances with them and I think I like that because that's how they do it overseas and
Mhm.
it shows girls what they can get to,
Right.
the level of play that they can become.
Yeah. Oh, and that kind of leads me to another question I just kind of thought of was like, as a kid, you all probably had like your idols. And what's it like to be like, you are now an idol for some girls? Like there is definitely some girls that are like, I want to be Julia when I grow up, or I want to play like her when I grow up. Is that kind of a cool experience to like go to these clubs and meet these girls and they're like, oh my God, I love you? Like, is that a crazy kind of full circle moment for you?
Yeah, it is crazy when people say like, "Oh, I want to be just like you." I'm like, "Me? Why? Why me?" And then I'm like,
Right.
"Wait. I have gotten to this point." But growing up, like I didn't know anything about volleyball. I didn't honestly didn't know anything about Minnesota volleyball even after I committed. I didn't know how good of a program it was. I had no clue. I was just like, "Oh, Minnesota? I'm from Minnesota. I'm going to commit here." Like I had no idea. Like I don't even it's kind of weird because even now I'm like, "Oh, who's this professional person you're talking about? Who's this?" And it's like I need to do more research on who everyone is because it was just never something I didn't watch volleyball growing up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think it's crazy. I think it's so cool that girls these days get to watch professional volleyball in the United States.
Right.
Mhm.
So accessible and it's only gonna get more.
Mhm.
But I also think you're not alone in being the fact that like you didn't watch growing up. Like I think that it wasn't the most accessible for like till recently to watch even college volleyball. Like sure, it's always been you can always watch it, but it's like we're just now seeing games on like ESPN and ESPN2 and all these things. So and it's growing so fast that like now that it's here, like I've noticed, like I mean, I coach, youth, and it's like they all like I have a few girls that are like I watch, and like I was doing my interview, and then me and Eva Hudson were still talking after the interview, and I was at practice like on my iPad, and like my girls were like, "Oh my God, you're talking to Eva," and I was like, "Oh my God, you know who she is? Like that's amazing, you know."
Awesome.
So it's like super cool that like I think more people are getting interested in watching. Because I
Mhm.
don't want volleyball to grow. I want it to be huge, you know?
Yes, me too. It's such a fun sport. Like it's so fun to watch even. Like
I agree. It's like fast paced. Like anytime
mhm.
someone's like, "Oh, I don't watch volleyball," I'm like, "You should
You should
because you all want to watch football, and football is one of the slowest sports on the planet, I feel like."
yeah.
Um,
Or like baseball, which I love watching baseball. I grew up watching baseball, but like
it's
watch
slow.
volleyball, it's so much faster.
Yeah, and it's just like I really think it's one of the few sports where like no lead is too big. Like
For
I mean,
sure.
look at the finals last year between Kentucky and Texas. Kentucky was up what 9 points in set one and lost the first set, which R.I.P. to my girls. But Um, but it's like no lead is too much, and like when you can really cultivate like that, it's like such a mind game. Like teaching players and learning that for yourself to be like, I can win a set no matter how much I'm down.
Yes, it's all about momentum.
All about momentum. One stuff block, one solo stuff block, one bounce kill, and it's like boom, you're back in it, you know?
Yes, like we were at Salt Lake playing Salt Lake, and I don't remember what set it was, but we had the momentum. And the middle hit it, and Carol touched it, and they were going to challenge. But Carol looked at the up ref and was like, "No, I touched that." And I was like, "Why'd she just admit that? Like, I'm confused." And
Mhm.
I think it was Vicky was like, "We have the momentum. Like, we want that. We want to keep the momentum on our side. We don't
Mhm.
want to stop for the challenge." And I was like, "That's a good way to put it. Like, I never
Yeah.
thought about that."
Yeah, I definitely like that's a great way to look at it. I've even said like I've even seen I've seen this a couple times in the men's game. I don't think I've seen it in the women's game yet, but like sometimes when you have the momentum and like it's an overpass, I've seen a back row setter block it just because the bounce kill is way too much of a momentum switch than to just get the back row block. Like that is such a like a crazy thing I've seen.
It's
I've seen
interesting.
it twice in the men's game. I've never seen it in the women's, but I'm sure it's happened. But like they were about to bounce it and the back row setter jumped and blocked it. So they still lost the point, but it's a lot less momentum shift than if they bounced the ball, you know?
Yeah, that's another thing that like from college to pro is like you see so many people, so many more people using the block, two-hand throws for kills. Like
Mhm.
the out of system setting is so much better.
Yeah.
And I know like Keegan was big on, okay, out of system setting. Like he's on point with that, but we still like it's still so much better at the next level. And I think
Oh, yeah.
that is what changes the game. Like if you have a good out of like outsides, we're supposed to be the ones hitting those out of system high balls. So it's
Mhm.
like it changes the game.
Yeah, and seeing, like, how often right-handed right sides get an out of system ball, like, and can put the ball away. Like, that to me,
Yes.
it's like gong for Madison. Like, you just throw up any ball to her, and she's gonna go crush that ball. Like, it does not matter.
Yes.
Or, like, I mean, internationally speaking, like, the Vargas and the Karakurts and the Iganus. You just throw a ball up there. That
Yeah.
actually reminds me, is it different seeing no, I think this is still more international than Love and MLV, but I think it's that we're getting there, the US leagues, a much more opposite dominant offense than
Yes.
college.
Yes.
And
It
I mean,
is.
you all, especially at Love Nebraska, definitely have a more opposite dominant offense.
Like I've never seen your opposite get set in the back row, like an out of system back row set. I'm like,
Mhm.
where, like, why? And then Kimmy kills it every time, or Fitzy, I'm just like, wow, we're setting our
Mhm.
opposites in the back row. Like, this is awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah, very opposite dependent, which I think is awesome because our opposite's amazing. So,
Yeah, and I think that's it also comes down I'm a big nerd when it comes to, like, stats. Like, statistically speaking, your right sides should be getting more sets because it's like a good outside hitting stat is like 300. And sure, like in college, a good right side hitting stat is 300. But if you look overseas at the top right sides, they're all hitting like almost four. So it's like when you think about statistics, it's like, okay, the right side should get a few more sets. They're getting more kills, you know? Um, and I like that we see more forcing of the middle in the like pro leagues. Like that I think is a big change from college too. In college, maybe a setter here or there will run a 31 from the 10-foot line, but like it's not really common. Um, and I think that I love seeing that more in the pro leagues.
yes. And then another big difference to me was like, obviously, liberos don't serve, but our middles are so good at out of system setting, so good at defense. And I'm like, holy crap, like this is awesome to see.
Hmm.
Like our middles want to be in there and play defense. They're like fighting over who's going to play, who's going to set the ball. It's awesome to see the difference.
Hmm. Now, what has it been like? Like, who on the team have you learned the most from? I mean, I have a guess, um, but like, what is like? Has it been crazy to play with like one of the goats of volleyball?
Yeah, it's actually, I don't even have words. Like it's amazing. I think I've learned the most from Jordan Larson, obviously, just seeing the way she can use the block, her passing, everything. But one of the big reasons, like when I found out I was coming to Love, I was told that it was either going to be here, Nebraska or Austin. And I told my agent, I was like, hey, like I would love to go to Nebraska. Like, I don't know if you can push this at all. Like, I don't
Hmm.
know how that works. And then someone was like, why Nebraska? I'm like, why not? Like,
I
Jordan
know.
Larson, are we serious? And
Yeah.
like Lexi Hart, who she rehabbed at Minnesota, so I knew her pretty well. I'm like Lexi Rodriguez playing with her. It was just and it's I guess a little bit closer to home.
Yeah.
But
But also the fan base in Nebraska.
mhm,
Like the non-Nebraska fans can say it all they want, but like Nebraska knows how to volleyball. Like they know how to do it in Nebraska.
yeah, oh for sure. That was a big thing, and I was just like, I think that was another thing in the back of my mind. I was like, well, Nebraska, they have so many fans. And I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, it was easy. I also do think like I learn a lot from honestly everyone because at this level, like if someone on the team sees something that you could get better at, they're going to tell you. You're not just getting feedback from the coaches, like I get feedback from every single one of my teammates.
Mhm.
Today, our libero Ani was like telling me how to block better, and I was like, period, yes, like
Period.
help me, because like it was just, and I took her feedback. I was like, awesome, thank you, like you're totally right. So it's like everyone gives everyone feedback, and I love it.
I like that a lot too. I wonder if you were between those 2 because Maddie Kubik ended up she's at Austin, right? So I wonder if that's why it was like if she stayed in Nebraska or she went, kind of depending on where the spot would open up, I wonder.
Yeah, the Arizona State Bailey Miller, she ended up at Austin, so they were gonna grab them.
Okay, okay. So is you
Yeah,
2 getting okay, okay,
it
okay,
was
okay.
between us two where we were gonna go, I think, because
Okay, yeah.
like Eva Hudson went to Atlanta because they needed an outside who was
Mhm.
more likely gonna play, and that's Eva. And so yeah, it was between.
Yeah, I actually just remembered, I think I saw an interview of somebody that was, like, at Love that said, for right now especially, like, they didn't wanna do draft style because they're trying to create and I like this word, but I don't want people to take it the wrong way, a product. Like, you want a competitive product, and if you don't even the teams out, then you don't get
Yes.
that, and it's hard to, like, get good games and get competitive matches, and so, like, it's like somebody was telling me, like, NCAA will never go to international rules or, like, things international pro leagues do because they have probably the best product of volleyball that you can find. I
Mhm.
mean, they have crazy fans, good for business, really fun to watch. And I think that's something that Love has done really well about like listening to feedback and really like adapting their league to like be marketable and cheer for. And I really like that about
Mhm. Yeah, it's anyone can beat anyone in this league on any given day.
totally, totally agree.
Yes.
And I think what's crazy to think about is like people that don't watch pro that are like college fans that are having to learn that like their favorite might be on the bench, but like everybody on the bench can start. Like that's the whole crazy part is that every team in Love is so deep. Like you could just like one day be like, oh, I'm just gonna play both outsides that are on the bench, and it's gonna be
Yes.
just fine.
No, it's crazy. It's so awesome. Like last year at this time, I was like, "Oh my gosh, to play for love, that's like a dream of mine. Like I might have to go overseas for a few years, but like I want to play for love." I literally told myself like this would be a dream. And to be a part of the Love 7, now there's
Mhm.
9 of us, I think,
Yeah,
has just been amazing.
yeah. And it just seems like I would agree. I feel like that the franchise as a whole really cares about like keeping it good and like giving good feedback to all the players and like the players being taken care of. And I'm not saying that MLV doesn't. I just don't know them as well. Like I've
Yeah.
talked to people that love, so I
Mhm.
just really think that they truly do care. And like I will say I think that a big complaint that I've talked to people is like it feels like exhibition matches, which I don't know what they mean by that, but I do think they mean that like it's not as like intense. And I think that if you are not watching, that may be something you could say, but if you actually watch the games, there has like been stare downs, there's been like like finger pointing and like waving, and I mean it's been really intense this season, so I'm here for it personally.
Yeah.
But I think that if people say that, they really haven't watched. So I'm like, I would urge people listening that if you think that, you should really just watch the games because I feel like there's been a lot more rivalries that, like lately.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah, and with that, what do you think is Nebraska's? I'm not going to say like necessarily rival because there's not a ton of teams yet. I think maybe like after next year there will be like true rivalries because there'll be enough teams that it can really happen. But like, what's the best environment team to play? Like when you play them, you're like, I know that it's going to be a battle and that we want to win this game.
I would say this year, right now, it would be Austin, just
Hmm.
because we've lost to them twice. I just think we all want to beat them so bad. They're so good. Like, I mean, every team is good. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And
every
Austin can turn it up too, like in a fifth set. Like they know how to turn it up in a fifth set.
yeah, they've been to a lot of five setters, I feel like.
I feel like they have too. And
Mhm.
especially like Maddie, even when Maddie Skinner has an off game, like when they get to a fifth set, Miss Skinner know what to do.
Yeah. Yes.
Who has been your favorite person to play against? Because obviously there's so many Olympic medalists on each team. So it's like, what has been your favorite? Like, oh, playing against her was amazing. You know,
Yeah. I guess it's hard because I haven't played much. I went
which I
in
hope you
for
do because I feel like I love watching you play. So I'm hoping
thank you.
soon.
Yeah, I went in for like 1 point against Madison. It was 15-14 in the fifth set. I went in for 1 point. I went in the Austin match, but I will say at Salt Lake, I went in the fourth set. We were losing, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna just swing, And the libero on Salt Lake, oh my gosh, she is unreal. Like the first ball I hit, it was like a one-on-one block. Somehow she lays out one arm, perfect dig. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Kojima is like
So
unbelievable. Like I was literally just talking about her to somebody like right before we got on here, and I was like, now that Brenda Castillo's, I believe she retired from their national team. She's not retired, but she retired from the national team. I think Kojima's the best. Like genuinely, I could see her being like the best in the next like whatever VNL or whatever. She's just like
yeah,
she's literally unreal. She's literally unreal. Like I don't like she it's like crazy to watch her dig a ball. Like open net too. Not
yeah,
even just one on one. Like open net, she will go up there and be like, boom, perfect.
yeah. So I would say her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching her play. Like she makes everyone's job so easy. Like respectfully, she's so good. Um, I really like Lexi this year. Like I'm pretty hard on Lexi because I just know how good she can be. But I think that she has really stepped up, especially in the past like 2 weeks. I feel like Lexi has been really steady and she's always been steady in serve receive. That's never the issue. I usually had a big critique of like dropping tips or like getting beat to her left. Cause like as a coach, like when I coach Libero, I always say like you can't get beat to your left like
Mm-hmm.
cross court or down the line. Like you cannot get beat to your left as a libero. And I feel like she's done so much better in the past 2 weeks. And so like, is it? And she's like not always the like most hype. So do you like having like more of that steady presence from her, or like would you rather? I don't know. I wouldn't say would you rather, but like, is it different than like having a libero that's like super loud? Because I honestly like my libero this year is really calm, and I thought maybe nervous, but actually after coaching her, like I love that she's just like steady.
Yeah. I, the times that I've gone in, I really like that she's just calm and steady because, this first year as a pro, like going in is scary,
Hmm.
But no, she's incredible. Like
Yeah.
watching her at practice and, playing against her at practice, I'm just like, can you just like cut me some slack? Like let me kill a ball, please.
Right.
But no, she's amazing. Serve receive, like I can trust her to help me out if I'm
Hmm.
struggling, like she's got me. But yeah, she's awesome. Like everyone on my team, like, is so amazing.
Yeah, it seems like a good group. It seems like a good group. Now, what is one thing that you're trying to like really work on this season? Like is like offense, defense, whatever. I mean, you had mentioned blocking earlier, but is there anything else where like I want to use high hands better or something? I mean, I feel like you actually use the high hands pretty well, but um is there anything that you really want to be like I want to be better at this?
For sure, passing. Biggest thing, like,
Really?
yes, I struggle at passing.
I'm
So,
shocked. I feel like you've always been like pretty steady.
kind of, the ball is different now. So that
True.
took a little bit to get used to. But yeah, I would say just passing because I think if I can get my passing down, obviously a little bit of defense too, blocking everything, but I think if I can get my passing down, that's going to really help me and help my game a lot more.
Now, in college, obviously you have like a lot of access to be like, hey, I'm gonna go get extra reps, or like, and it's like obviously like a good thing to get extra reps. Um, do you have that ability on like as a pro, or like can it be like, hey, I really want to get some extra passing reps. can I stay late at practice or can I come at this time? Like, is that a thing? I don't really know if that's an ability for you all.
Yeah, I'm sure if I asked to come early, like, yes, the coaches would be there and help me and, get
Hmm.
extra reps. There's some time after practice for extra reps. On off days too, I can text one of the coaches and be like, "Hey, can we go into the gym and get a few passing reps?" So yeah, for sure. I like having a full season of college coming into pro, I try to like limit how much volleyball I'm playing, like how many extra reps I get just 'cause like my
It's a
body
lot.
needs a little bit of break and it's like I still want to love volleyball at the end of this, big chunk. So, it's been an adjustment. Like but it's been awesome.
Yeah. And speaking of adjustments, obviously, like with college, you have 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. all the way to like 8, 9, 10 p.m. Um, what has that difference been going from that to, I mean, obviously you still have, 1 to 2 practices a day, and, maybe an off day once a week or twice a week, depending on,
Yeah.
each team's different, obviously. But do you have a lot more free time? And have you like picked up any like side hobbies or anything in that newfound free time?
Yeah, it's weird having free time, but then like my last semester in college, all my classes were online. So it was kind of the same. Like I'd go to practice and then go home. I read 4 books in the month of January.
That's impressive.
I don't know how, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love reading. I think since we just travel so much, I feel like I don't have as much free time as,
True.
I should, or I just go and I go shopping when I shouldn't, or, No, it's the adjustment with that has been awesome and it's been easy. And I have a car now, which I didn't have a car in college because
Mm,
I just didn't want to pay for parking. So having one here, I can go anywhere at any time, which is awesome.
well, that's nice. As I always hear there's good food in Nebraska. Is that a factual? Have you found like some good places to eat at?
Yeah, one of my parents' favorite restaurant in Arizona, we found it here. We didn't know it was like a chain. So me and my mom went there the other week, which was so fun. And I love Mexican food. Like, ooh, so good. So we're on the hunt for some good Mexican food. But I need to explore and try more food options. I just kind of stick to what I know I like if I'm gonna eat
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and I like to cook, so personally, so I don't always eat out that much.
I don't.
Mm. Now, I had heard from somebody else, maybe not on a pro team, but maybe in college, do you get like approached in public by like fans because it's like volleyball is such a core part of like, where the Love Nebraska team is.
Yeah.
Do people come up and be like, "Oh my God, I love watching you," or "I love watching Love Nebraska"? Like, is that a thing that you've gotten to experience yet?
Yes. Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I was at Hot Works on an off day, like about just got out of the sauna. I'm just like dripping sweat. And this lady's like, "Are you Julia Hanson?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I love watching you. Like, it's been awesome. Like, I followed your college journey and everything." And I'm like, "Wow, like, that's so awesome. Like, I appreciate it." So, yeah, I have a little bit. And I mean, I would get recognized at Minnesota, just, not
Okay.
as much as I'm sure the Nebraska girls do. But yeah, sometimes, like, people recognize us.
That is so cool though that I would love to. Well, actually, I am gonna be at one of your all's games. I'm actually coming
Really?
April 4th for Jordan's last home game. Like I made a
Oh,
promise to myself. I was like, I don't care if this has to go on a credit card. Like, I don't care how I get there, but like I have never seen Jordan Larson play in person. And so I was like, I am going to watch her last home game as a pro athlete. So I will be there on April 4th and we'll have to like grab a bite to eat or something.
it's awesome.
But I'm super excited to watch you all. And everyone that comments on my stuff whenever I talk about Nebraska's fan base, they're always like, you have to come to a Nebraska game, specifically a college game. But like, I'm sure that
Yeah.
it's still pretty similar for the pro.
Yeah, I would say we probably don't get as many fans because a lot of the fans love the Supernovas. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I mean, I knew that they're popular, but I'm surprised you don't have any overlap.
Mm, I'm sure we do, but I think since the Supernovas were here a year before Love
Mhm,
was, that the fans kind of attached to the Supernovas, so we don't
mhm.
get as many, but we're working on it.
Yeah, it's gonna take time, like anything that's new, and I'm really not worried about either league doing well. I think that they're both great leagues, and I don't think this whole debate needs to happen. Like, I'd love for them to merge. I don't think it will, but they're just too different. They're just completely different,
Yeah.
and that's fine. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, but I think that just give it time. Give time for both leagues to develop, and it will be just fine. I would love to see a little all-star game between the two, though. I would love to see that.
That would that would be cool. I don't think the Love would do it, but
I don't think they would either, but I think it would be super cool. Like, some people are like, "Oh, do the winner of each league and they play each other." I said, honestly, I'd be fine with like the winners of each league playing, and I'd also be fine with like all-star teams playing each other. I think
yeah.
I'd be cool with both of those options.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would be cool. It's just crazy that like we went from having zero professional volleyball to two completely different leagues.
And then you add in athletes limited too.
Yes, I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Who would
Yeah,
have
I don't know how
thought?
that works with like getting to play there. Would you play athletes limited if the opportunity arose?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I would. I don't know much about it, but I know like I mean, I think Emily, Jaylee, Gabby on my team all played for
I think so.
maybe even more people. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
yeah, like yeah, I would do it.
I really like the concept. I just get nervous because I feel like you only have a few days to practice with a new team, and it's only 4 weeks. But I just get, is it 4 weeks or 5? Maybe it's 5 or
I
6.
have
I
no
don't know.
idea.
It's very short, whatever it is. And I just get nervous for injuries because it's like when you're playing next to people you only meet for like a few days. I just feel like it's asking. I mean, season one definitely had more than the other seasons, but I feel like I don't know. I personally, I'd be like a little bit wary, but I like the idea. I think it's a super cool concept, and it's a good like. There's no volleyball going on besides that in the U.S., so like it's super cool to like kind of fill the space.
Yeah, and I also think it's just good to get your bodies ready for
Right.
the pro season, just because with Love, I mean, most of the girls are going to go train in Anaheim or back in their countries, whatever, but it's a big break. And how do you keep your body moving? How do you keep your body healthy and
hmm
ready to go in that big break? I think Athletes Unlimited really helps that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Speaking of training in Anaheim, are you? I mean, I would say most obviously have the goal of eventually being in Anaheim to train in the summers. Um, is that something that you really, really want to do? And like, you're like, this is my drive. Like, I'm in love. I'm here to get better, and I'm going to earn my starting spot. And then like eventually, whenever that comes, because some people don't ever even get their first shot at a VNL till they're like 30. So like, is that a goal of yours? Like, would you like to do that if the opportunity arose?
I mean, of course, like I'm not going to say no to something like that, but
hmm
it's not on my mind. Like I don't know. I'm kind of just like, okay, first pro season, we're gonna get that over with. We're gonna get my body healthy with a few things and then get ready for the next season. And yeah, of course, like that would be amazing.
hmm
I wanna like if I'm gonna play pro, I wanna try to get to the highest level possible. And if that whatever happens, happens, like I'm proud of myself for getting this far anyways. But yeah, I mean it would be unreal. Like who wouldn't want to represent the country?
Period.
So, yeah, that would be awesome, but who
And keep
knows?
grinding, and you never know. You never know. Speaking of working hard, I saw your video of what was that, two-finger pull-ups? Was that
Yes.
something you've like trained to do, or did you like randomly just like figure out you could do it?
Well, I've always been good at pull-ups. Like I was a gymnast, and when I tell you we'd be in the gym, we'd be on the bars, our warm-up, 20 pull-ups this way, 20 pull-ups this way. Like I've always been good at pull-ups. I've always loved them. And we as a team, we had just watched what's that guy's name? Like Alex, I think, like climb free solo climb that the building in Taiwan or whatever. And so I was like, "Oh, let me try." And I did a pull-up and everyone was like, "Wow, that's crazy." But
That is crazy. I
yeah,
wonder, can you do a muscle up?
no, probably not.
That's a dream of mine. My legs
I
are too
would
big. I can't.
I would have to work at it.
I know. I feel like a muscle up is hard for any volleyball player because we all have like big legs and like that's a lot of weight to pull up as legs, let me tell you.
Yes.
But it's that's I'm envious of people that can do that.
Mhm.
Like, now, ooh, is that that's a good thing. Have you all what's are the workouts pretty similar to your college workouts, or has that been like a like new thing for you, like different style of training? I mean, I'm sure every college is different too, so it's like it might just be like, just different trainers, but
Honestly, it's been pretty similar. Like we hang clean. I love hang cleans. It's my favorite
you might be the only
exercise.
one.
Maybe. I love that. And we would normally front squat at Minnesota. I'm doing safety bar squats. Honestly, it's all pretty similar. I guess like when you're in season, there's only so much you can
Right.
do to like keep your body like maintain the strength and not do too much and too less, too little. So,
Mhm.
no, it's honestly been good.
I love that. Do you all I mean, obviously, I'm hoping in season you probably don't have a big plyometric circuit that you do because that's already you're already jumping so much in season. But, like, do they obviously, you haven't had an off season yet, but, like, do you will they give you, like, workouts to do in the off season and maybe, like, plyometric stuff? I don't know what that looks like. I haven't asked anyone else that yet, so I'm curious.
Yeah, actually, I don't know the answer to that. I'm probably not, but I'm sure if I asked, they could
Okay,
probably set me up with something.
okay, I was like, I'm wondering I feel like sometimes you just need a break too. Like, that's it's a
Yeah,
long season because.
no, for sure.
And especially, like, once Love has more teams, like, I'm sure the seasons will get longer. Like, right now, it's like, how often can you play each other, you know? But once there's, like, 15, 20 teams, like, I feel like they'd have to extend the season longer. Melanie Schaffmaster was just telling me that the seasons are, like, 9 months over there. And so I wonder if, like, eventually you all like, Love and maybe MLV as well will get to that point where it's, like, 7, 8-month long seasons, I don't know.
I don't I don't know because I think that they like the concept of having it a shorter season.
Yeah.
Maybe like a month longer, but I don't see them going from September to May. Like I
Yeah,
don't
I would
see that
agree.
happening. But yeah,
Yeah.
I would say oh, maybe a little bit longer if there's a lot of teams.
Yeah, and I also agree. I do like the concept of a shorter season too. I feel like it's probably easier to maintain viewership as well as like not compete with USA or NCAA. Like I feel like it's the perfect season to like fill the void of like there's no longer NCAA, USA hasn't started yet, but we have this to keep everyone watching volleyball and good volleyball at that, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Um I'm trying to think. I don't think I can come up with any more questions, and I know you have somewhere to be soon. So if you wanna, if the floor is kind of yours, if you wanna like talk to the younger generation, talk about pro, whatever's on your mind, I am open to talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say except like if you're a younger athlete watching this, just know that your dreams are never too big. And last year, this was a dream of mine to be playing professional volleyball with love, and here I am. So just know, like, keep working hard, and yeah, your dreams are never too big.
I love that. That's such a good message for them.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I have like anything else off the top of my head, but I'm just super excited to keep watching you get better. And I was such a fan at Minnesota, so I'm super excited that I think when the opportunity arises for you to get a little bit more playing time, I think that you're really gonna just like run away with it. So, and
Thank
if you haven't
you.
seen me commenting on TikToks, you would know how I feel about you playing. Because
I do see that. I do see the
actually,
TikTok.
you do see, I was like, I be talking about it in comment sections on everybody else. I'm like, put my girl Julia in.
Yes, I see sometimes your TikToks are always on my For You page, so I'll
Period.
scroll through the comments sometimes and see what people are saying.
Yes. Well, I am super excited. I'm really glad you came on. I was really glad when I was like, McKenna, do you think I can get Julia? And then I don't know if she texted you or not, but I was like, I'm just gonna follow her and maybe she'll follow me back and I can message her. Um,
Yes, you did tell me, and then I was like, I want to
okay.
watch. So I watched the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. And I was just like, I really want to talk to Julia too. So um I really appreciate you coming on because you have been one of my favorites to watch. Um, and I'm sure we'll be in contact more. If you ever want to come back on, if you know anything comes up and you're like, oh, I want to tell the world or whatever. Not that I have that many viewers, but you know what I
Right.
mean.
Soon.
So, soon.
Mhm.
But I really appreciate you, and I am sure we'll talk more in the future.
Yes, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
No, of course. Thank you for coming on.
Yes.